Good afternoon, everybody.
Oh, hey.
And welcome into the show that's on in the afternoon. Great show here for you today.
Legendary human
Wow.
being. So excited.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Sherri Anthony is joining us this afternoon. She is currently the Landrum Middle School Dean of Students and the head varsity basketball coach at Nice High School for the girls out there. And we've got a big announcement.
Yes, sir.
Big exciting announcement.
Very exciting.
Yeah,
Yes.
man.
Well deserved.
So we are going to talk to Sherri in just a couple of minutes. And boy, she's had such an amazing career.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait to dive into that
Big
a little
wins.
bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. So we will talk to her very shortly. We've, of course, got your horoscopes, your events, all the other great stuff we do on this show to get you prepared for life in St. Johns County.
Oh, isn't that great?
That sounds a lot better than what it is.
Green Acres is the place to be.
There you go. And sometimes we veer into being a musical.
Sure.
At
Absolutely.
times. All right, we're going to start by telling you about our great friends at Bozard Ford Lincoln. Great team over there, everywhere from their sales department to their service department. Just always great folks to work with. They really care about getting the job done for you and you being very, very comfortable in the process. They've got a lot of great vehicles out there, new and pre-owned vehicles.
Okay.
Like I said, a great service department, state-of-the-art. And an amazing parts and accessory shop for when you need to soup up that Ford a little bit more.
Bozard build right now.
That's
Customize
right.
everything.
That you can from start to finish.
So cool.
You can grab a signature burger out there at Ford's Garage while you're there hanging out. Bozard Ford Lincoln. Your family is their family, and they truly are driven to inspire. And, of course, our friends at the Bailey Group as well. Over 300 companies and organizations trust the Bailey Group to carefully craft a benefits program that supports and reflects their vision. Because no matter where you want to go, they're going to help you get there together. Their first priority, helping you take care of yourself and your family. They want to know more about your personal situation so they can just customize a plan that is absolutely perfect for you, tailored to your specific needs. Long-term relationships that encourage open and honest communication have always been the cornerstone of their foundation of success. Give them a call, 904-461-1800. And then, of course, our friends at Elace Med Spa.
Okay.
If you're looking for a relaxing and rejuvenating experience, Davey, you're looking for one of those?
Every single day of my life.
Wow, you're
Yes.
spending a lot of money at Elace every single day.
Every single day I need rejuvenation. Yes.
There you go. Well, Elace is the place. They specialize in providing their clients with a wide range of luxurious spa treatments and advanced medical aesthetic procedures. Botox, dermal fillers, laser treatments. You're going to enhance your natural beauty out there and walk out feeling amazing. Elace is the place that will save your face.
That's great.
I mean, not that your face needs saving at
They
this
might.
very moment.
You never
at this
know.
very moment.
Let them do a consultation with you.
They can tell you
Yeah.
more than we can.
True.
Yeah.
It's beauty on your terms.
That's right. Elace.com. Davey saves me when I veer off too much into ad-libbing the reads.
Like a shepherd over here with the shoulder. Yeah.
That's right. Well, shepherd of many, many people over the years, and a great one. Sherri Anthony joining us this afternoon. Sherri, great to see you again.
Thank you guys so much for having me. I love being on this show. You guys are just great.
Oh, that's awesome. Thank you. Let's talk more about us.
Yeah, sure.
How great do you know?
Let's veer off to that.
Let's veer off to that. Sherri, talk to me a little bit about your basketball career. You
geez.
played ball. You've been coaching forever. Where did it all start? Where did your love for basketball start? Like, when was the first time you picked up a basketball and you were like, "This is for me"?
The backyard. My dad had me out shooting when I could hold a ball.
Yeah.
And we had a great neighborhood of kids. I mean, it was just could have had a better childhood.
Yeah.
And I was the kind of kid that played till Daddy flicked the lights or Mother came yelling at me to come in.
Right.
We would play on clay courts. We play on hard courts. In the gym. The gym in Keystone is named after my father, in fact, because he had it built.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
That was awesome.
So basketball fanatic in the family. Yeah.
And Daddy had that done in 1966, so I was 6 years old at that point.
Wow.
So I was in that gym from that point forward, and it's just been a fantastic part of my life is basketball because I just have such a love for it. And the kids in the neighborhood probably started that with me.
Yeah.
I'd have to give them the credit. And of course, my coaches in high school, Ms. Boatwright and Ms. Jackson, fantastic women. One has passed away. I just went to her funeral a couple of years ago, and the other's still living up in Virginia and stays in touch. So it's just, when you have that kind of experience, it's something you don't want to let go of. Something you want to hold on to.
That's amazing.
I mean, this seems like it's been a true passion of yours since the earliest of ages, really. I saw that you were voted the most aggressive player one year in high school.
That's my freshman year.
Okay.
Yeah,
freshman year.
I had to
That's a
make a
big
name for myself.
statement to make,
Yeah.
freshman year, being the most aggressive player on the court.
I was 5 feet,
Okay.
80 pounds.
All right.
And I had to wear my own pair of shorts because the team shorts didn't fit me. They would just fall off.
Really?
Oh my gosh.
That was hilarious. But yeah, I made the team my freshman year and starting point guard. We did not lose a game that year.
Hey.
Loved it. Actually got starting to be recruited by Flagler as early as my freshman year because they came to the gym to see 2 other players, Lorraine Rossmeyer and Chris Brokus. They ended up recruiting Lorraine to Flagler, and they told me, we'll watch you for the next 3 years. And they did. And that's where I ended up playing ball. So
Did you always have that focus? Was it always Flagler, or were there other schools too?
it wasn't always Flagler. I tried, I was trying for bigger schools at the time, but I think God just knew where I needed to be.
Yeah.
And Lorraine had gone to Flagler. And I love playing with Lorraine. And we're still best of friends. She's in Texas now. And we played together, and I knew that was the aha moment to say that's where I need to go because she was there.
Yeah.
And so it made the decision easy at
That's
that point.
awesome.
So we got to play again together. And we won the state tournament my freshman year in college.
Jeez.
And Lorraine and I had played at Keystone together, then we turned around and played together. And I still have friends, that are in the area that played on that same team, and so we stay in touch. One's in Atlanta, one's in McClenny, one's in Jacksonville. We're all still close.
That's the amazing thing about team sports is the camaraderie. I mean, the true lifelong camaraderie you have.
true.
I mean, I've talked about it from time to time. I played football for 1 year, like half a season, and I still know so many of those guys and consider them like brothers.
I think that's the time that you grow up the most, really, because you're away from home the first time.
Yeah.
So they are your family,
Yeah.
And I made a promise to myself when I came to Flagler, I will not go home until Christmas because I thought it's too easy to go back and forth on the road to Keystone, So I made a promise I'll stay here, and that was the smartest thing I could have done because I didn't go far away,
Yeah.
And it really made you grow up pretty quick.
How was your family with that transition?
My family, my mom and dad were just so awesome people, but they did not miss a game.
Really?
Wow, I love that.
In fact, I'll take that back. They missed one game, and it was at Miami-Dade Community College in Miami because my grandmother got really ill. They missed one game and never missed another one, home or
Wow.
away. They
Amazing.
traveled, yeah.
Is that something in college? I think when you get older, you realize how important that is. But did you realize the significance of, wow, my parents are really there for me back then? Or was
I
it
know.
just,
It just gives me chills to talk about it because my mom and dad never missed a high school game, but that was local. It was easy.
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do kind of thing.
yeah.
But one other set of parents, and I take that back. There might have been 2 other sets of parents, but this friend of mine, her mom and dad were there, and they would always plan to go to Osteen's after the game.
Yeah.
It was like a big thing, But I think they came to every game. But most of all, it was my parents that was, that was probably the mainstay of everything I did, but mainly with basketball. They really followed me, and they followed me when I was coaching at Nice.
Did they give you notes and things and like, you got to drive a little bit further, and stuff like that?
Yeah, and my dad was so funny. When we would lose, we would go to a restaurant, and Daddy and I didn't eat. I couldn't eat when I lost. I didn't eat.
Yeah.
And my mom would be sheepishly ordering because she felt bad that she was going to eat.
Gotta have something, yeah.
And but yeah, we would talk strategy.
Yeah.
Daddy would come up to me at halftime and say, "Hey, you may want to get that kid to throw up a few more. She's hot." He'd say something just real softly like that, but nothing pushy or anything. But
Lucky.
They
Yeah, you're
were
lucky.
awesome. Yeah,
I know
exactly.
some pushy parents out there, right?
Yeah, right.
Sorry, Mom.
Yeah.
So you really had just the foundation of basketball success throughout your whole childhood,
Really
which is
did.
amazing.
Really did. And people that I coach now, when I see those 2 parents show up or I see those kids, families, get around them or senior night, it's not the first time I've ever seen them, it just makes me feel good because I'm like, I know that they'll be okay because that's what they have going for them. And when they don't, I try to be that for them.
Yeah.
You know, our assistant coaches, people in the coaching staff try to be that for them because we just know how important that is.
Just
And,
that support structure.
That support and that just that knowing, you know, you really literally have my back in the moment, you know. And I can remember the last game I ever played for my father before he passed away, and I know right where he was sitting. I remember right where he was, because it was an odd place for him to sit. He didn't usually sit there, and he was facing me. And when the game was over, we had beaten Lake City, Columbia, and it was 90-something to most points we'd ever scored in high school. And Daddy said afterwards, he said, I think that's the best game I've ever seen you coach.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And we went to Waffle House afterwards and ate dinner and said our normal goodbyes. I called him on the car phone. Back then it was the big bag.
Yeah, the big brick.
And we said our goodbyes, and Daddy passed away before I could see him again. It was the next day or so. And so that was a great father-daughter moment.
So glad you remember that too.
Yeah. Oh, it's
iconic.
etched. It's etched in my mind, and I can see him because he was facing me. Usually he sat sort of behind me, but he was facing me that day. So
that's so amazing.
So
that's
where
really, really cool.
where did your career go from athlete to coaching? Like where was that transition? What was next?
when I was at Flagler, I was a PE major. Back then they had the PE major going on, and so I knew I wanted to coach because I didn't want to get away from basketball.
Okay.
You know, and so Barry Craig, which I love him to death, but he was the athletic director at Nice, and I had been subbing there a little bit after I'd interned. I was subbing a little bit, and he saw me and he said, "We'd love to have you." And I actually coached 3 sports that year. I coached JV volleyball, didn't have a clue about that, and coached girls basketball, and I coached softball, JV softball with Betty Stansel. You know, so
wow,
those
they
were all
threw you
Flagler
right into the
grads.
fire.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Wow.
But we had a great time. We were all Flagler graduates, so we had a good time.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what were some of the highlights that you think? Like, what are some of the things you look back on and you're like, that was an amazing year? Or even, boy, I can't believe we pulled that playoff or that buzzer beater.
Yeah.
You know, what are some, you look back and you think, it was worth it for that moment?
Yeah. Well, the championships, of course, are always special. You know, the state championship will always be, you know, the highlight, the Final Fours that we went to, coaching kids that now played in college.
Yeah.
And seeing that journey and where they went to. I've got Camille Hobby right now that's declaring for the draft in WNBA.
Wow.
First time ever. Yeah, so just those kind of careers, watching those careers from start to finish. My individual, some of the individual moments are the funny times. It's like staying, you know, overnight with the kids and them coming and begging me to show me how I did my hair. You know, how do you get your hair to stay like that? You know, and crazy stuff like that. And of course, driving the bus with the kids on it, you know, and them having to sort of tell me how to drive and where to go because we didn't have GPS back then.
And you had to drive your own team around back then.
Wow.
Jeez.
And one time I was coaching biddy basketball in the off year when I was coaching at Flagler at the same time, and I had a group of 8 and 7-year-olds, all boys and one girl. And we had 10 seconds on the clock, and I called them over, and we ran a play, and it worked to perfection, made the layup, won the game. And and Kelly Stevenson was the only girl, and she ended up being my point guard that won the state championship with me. And her parents were in the stands, and my parents were in the stands, and we were in the old gym at Bowles. And I'm like, man, that can't get any better than that to have a bunch of 8 to 10-year-olds.
Right.
Do exactly what you say, and you finish.
Oh, that's
You know?
awesome.
So
the
that was
power
fun.
you have with the youth.
That was just fun. That was just fun. They listened, so it worked.
That is cool.
And when did you first start coaching? How long ago was that? And has your entire coaching career been at Nice?
Yes. 1982, I started teaching PE at Nice, and I was the 3-sport coach at that point.
So that was a year, okay.
And then after that, I went to Flagler from 86, 87, 87, 88 to be an interim coach for basketball because they were trying to find a basketball coach. And then I was doing softball at Flagler at the same time. I did 7 years of softball at Flagler.
Wow.
So I was double timing it. And so I had to take off 2 years at Nice because I was doing the interim basketball.
Okay.
So out of my 42 years, 39 of them were with Nice. That extra year was with Biddy basketball, but 39 years at Nice only.
That's amazing.
Wow.
What a legacy.
That's the crazy part is I was at Nice the entire time I was coaching high school basketball. So that's definitely my other home because that's all I've ever known. That schedule.
Yeah. Wow. I guess, you made an announcement this morning.
Yeah.
And I'll let you make that announcement yourself right now, but I would love to talk about how that feels after all these years.
I had to make the announcement actually to Nice a little while ago because they wanted to open up the portal for, having to be able to interview people. So, and I had also told my principal at Landrum Middle School, but I'm officially retiring.
Wow.
That's hard to say.
Yeah.
I'm officially retiring, and it'll be over June 30th officially.
Okay.
This will be my end of my school year. I'm in the drop program. This is my 5th year in drop. So the rules with the drop is that, you have to sit out at least a year out of all public school, anything to do with state retirement.
Really?
Have to stay out. And so I'll also be done with Nice coaching because of that. So I'm trying to hand my baby over slowly to somebody. And I feel like I know who it's going to be. I don't want to announce that at this point, but I know they're interviewing. But I'm just hoping and praying that with all that God has given me over the 39 to 42 years of this, that He'll give me one more thing, and that program will be in good hands, and that the kids that come in through there will walk out doing and being better people than they were when they came in. So, it's hard to say retiring. I'm not the type of person to retire.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be probably taking on some other challenge. I hope I am.
Yeah.
After this is over, but it's definitely going to be a change of schedule and a change of how I get up every day.
How did you mentally prepare for retirement? Like, it was going through your head for probably a couple of years before this. So were you mentally preparing yourself for this moment?
I actually walked through the gym a couple of times. I've got pictures on my phone at key times of the day at Nice. I came in for early morning Saturday practice. I took a picture of the dew on everything and the freshness of it. I took some pictures of the gym lights going out. I literally did have to do it in stages. I felt like that was the only way I could really do it. It's sort of like when someone says, well, when your kid gets to be 18, you're ready to kick him out because you can't imagine going to college and all of a sudden you get fed up with him and you're like, let's get out of here.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I don't know I'll ever feel that way about this, so I need to do something to make me ready, when that last whistle is blown kind of thing. But it's funny, when the last game happened this year, I actually won it at home. I lost the away game, which was the tournament, but last home game I won. So I was happy that ended my career on that floor, because I felt good.
That's special.
Yeah. So
That's really amazing.
Cool. Yeah.
So what are you looking forward to challenging yourself to next? I mean, is it going to be a coaching thing? Is it going to be challenging yourself to just relax a little bit more?
That will be challenging.
I bet.
Yeah, sitting still and waiting on God to tell me. I'm waiting on that piano drop, and I think God's whispering, and I'm waiting on the piano drop. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm trying my best to ask Him that, He's guided me for 42 years just to continue to do that for me. But in my own mind, I'd like to spend more time with my friends, my family, doing a possible trip here or there, having some, reason to go somewhere and have a good time. But I really don't know about the career part. I don't know if I'm going to do something full-time, part-time, motivational speaking.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Being a consultant of some type would be nice. Maybe somebody's hearing me that has something like that for me.
There you go. See?
But something that I can still stay involved with basketball, sports analyst.
I'm thinking like workshops, summer camps. Like I can see you really kind of pulling in some clinics and like showing the move, showing the cadence, and teaching kids how to be professional on a court, which is
well. And the funny part is, a lot of people look at you and they say, "Oh, as your age, you don't do that as much." And that's not really true. I think the main thing is I'd like to see with the kids too is that mental health part of the game. Knowing how to handle big moments. Camille Hobby, which went to North Carolina State and then ended up in Illinois, she calls me all the time. We talk, we text all the time, just about the mental preparation, and how to handle things when they don't go well in the court. And I think a lot of programs need that, and they don't either fund it or they don't think it's necessary. And I would love to see that happen for the colleges more. I know Kennesaw State had it when I was coaching back in 1983.
Yeah.
They had a sports psychologist that would travel with them. And I thought that was amazing. Well, that was way back then.
Yeah.
And still hasn't caught on universally. And that would seem like it would be such an important part, especially as big as college sports are in this very moment, to have somebody that can help guide you through moments like that, whether it's a big win or a big loss.
I mean, you suffer PTSD. I mean, with a big loss or something. I mean, could you imagine losing the last shot of the game and the whole championship? What a kid goes through with all that.
Exactly.
But I think tackling these issues and really bringing to light on this could be another sign of your legacy.
And not having a degree in it makes it seem like it may not be a possibility to do something like that. But I also think that former coaches, former players, at high school level, college level, you've coached in high school, you've coached in college. I think that those kind of things they need to see is like, that would be something that we could offer that maybe a lot of other colleges don't.
Yeah.
That maybe it would be a recruiting piece.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so those are the type of things I could see myself doing. And the X's and O's and all that. I love that part too.
Yeah.
You know, the strategy behind it. But what a great time in this country for girls basketball.
Oh,
Women's
my
basketball.
goodness.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, Caitlin Clark, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
I
my
mean,
gosh.
just has captivated the entire United States. I think we were talking about before the show. I think the women's Final Four was probably more popular than the men's Final Four.
And can you imagine
this
her
year.
mental state walking in and out of those games all the time?
Right,
Right.
and getting prepared for that. What are your thoughts on her? Do you think? What do you see in her? She's got a lot of options, right?
It's almost like I was saying before. I feel like she might have made even more money if she stayed college another year. But you worry about the injuries and
Right,
maybe the hype will die down a little bit. But
right.
I think she's an incredible player just because of her work ethic, her love of the game. Some of her antics, I would want her to pull back a little bit. But, you know, in
That's
the
being
moment,
young. I mean,
in a
yeah.
moment, you know, you're going to do what you're going to do. And
Yeah.
people just have to sort of, you know, I always saw that one assistant coach sort of pull her to the side and sort of tone her down a little bit at times. But I think she's a phenomenal. I mean, she's just shooting from the, you know, from the floor where she does.
Yeah.
I mean, who does that consistently like she does?
Yeah, absolutely.
Even in the men's game.
Yeah.
You know, it's incredible. But I'm anxious to see, you know, how that all pans out in the WNBA for her too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't think she's going to take any of the other options? I know, you know, speaking of playing with the men, I mean, didn't the Big Three league, you know, Ice Cube's 3-on-3 basketball league,
Right.
offered her a contract, a big contract, I think
She
$5
could
million.
be she could be an assist player in that kind of a game easily without getting too beat up.
Yeah.
She could shoot from that, you know, the half court shot that she shoots pretty much without getting beat up inside,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
physically. Because a lot of times they say, oh, girls playing against guys kind of thing. But she could stay unscathed, I think, if she wanted to and play in that kind of a league.
Yeah. That'd be very interesting.
Very interesting.
That'd be
I would
interesting.
love to see that.
You know, there's kind of proponents on both sides from what I've seen. It's like, do you make history by
doing it.
by being a great woman in a men's league, or do you go to the WNBA and kind of, you know, help build on the WNBA?
I would like her to stay with the women overall. I just think it would be a fun thing to see her do with the men, just to show that that is a possibility.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it's not like it's something that can't happen, but I think her kind of game just allows her to do that because she's not going to be in the post beating up with a guy.
Mm, yeah,
You
right.
know, with her being a point guard kind of position. But I love her. I love her game as far as the way she plays. It's just smooth. It's tight. It's, you know,
Yeah.
she sees the floor like crazy. Her assist play is just incredible.
Yeah.
But what a great thing for those little girls to be watching.
Absolutely.
Right.
You know?
It's a dream.
Right.
Yeah.
That's something I look forward to in the future, is to see how many other kids step up behind Caitlin and become that next kid for those kids.
Well, because you have to imagine there are girls out there watching that are now way into basketball just because of her,
Yeah.
and some of them will grow up to do
Oh, the watch
great
parties
things.
that they were having and stuff.
Yeah.
Those were just incredible to see.
Yeah.
So what do you think about your legacy, sitting here and talking about this epic retirement? What do you want your legacy to be?
I think the biggest thing is loyalty. I'd like people to know that I was loyal to Nice. I was loyal to my kids that I was coaching. I was loyal to the game. What it gave me, I tried my best to give back. I mean, it gave me time with my family. It gave me time to have extended families. These kids that I coached. It gave me a scholarship, gave me my education. I can't thank the St. Johns County School Board enough to have trust in me, faith in me to keep me in one place. All the principals I had, all the administrators I've been with, the coaching staffs, Bernie, the coaching staff this year, what we had in that. Bernie was with me the whole time, the entire time. And then just the families of those kids that I coached.
Yeah.
How they supported me over the years, and in the good and the bad, they supported me. And they've stayed in touch.
I love that.
That's just a huge piece of it. But, I think loyalty would be the key word if I had to pick a word.
Cool.
And so that's what I'd pick.
I love that basketball, you've been so good with basketball, and basketball's been so good to you over your life. I mean, it just seems like the central theme.
And, I don't know if anybody in their life sticks to anything anymore. For
It's
that
tough,
long period
right?
of time.
Our attention spans are like gnats. It's just like, we change the channel.
And we
the
have so
channel.
many
Yeah.
options.
Yeah.
There's so many options for everything.
The longevity piece, I think, is one of the things that you're seeing sort of fade away. And I hate that because I feel like maybe somebody left too early, or they didn't realize how much it was going to mean or whatever. But I was one of the fortunate ones that got to see it from beginning to end, and the journey that I was on, even driving the buses, all the crazy stuff, to now has just been something that it could be a lifetime movie, kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
And
A series. You need more than just one movie for all this.
Absolutely. Meredith Extra Bernie, I'm ready. Yes, let's go.
There you go.
I love it.
There you go.
Well, I just like being on here with you guys. You guys are just incredible, and I appreciate the time, and I appreciate you guys, taking the moments to realize that this was something important to me and to my career. But 42 years of doing it, I'm still going to have a hard time, probably walking out of the office. I've started taking stuff off my walls a little bit, gradually in my office, but the boxes are still sitting there. I haven't taken them home yet.
Right.
So I still got to do that angle.
I have a feeling you'll still be in the bleachers for a lot of these games.
I was going to ask her, yeah.
It's going to be hard to do that. I'm going to have to go somewhere else first.
Yeah.
And then
Get a little inspiration,
I'm
that's
sure
all.
the new coach will be thinking that too. Please don't come.
Please don't come for a few
I know. I
games.
feel like you'd get the urge to just kind of run down and tap the coach on the shoulder halfway through the game. We could be doing this. And
I am looking forward to harassing some referees.
That's
there
cool.
you go.
That's good.
See?
Yes, get a
you gotta
payback.
you gotta find the light in it.
Exactly right.
Sherri Anthony, thank you so much.
Oh, what a blessing.
For all you've done for so many people throughout your career, for your love of basketball, and
Thank
for
you.
coming here to talk with us about your retirement today. It's always so much fun to talk to you. It's always so much fun to hear your stories, and we just really were honored to share this day with
Well,
you.
when they actually put my name on the floor, which we don't know exactly when it's going to be.
Oh, that's right. Your name's going on the
Oh, we
floor.
would be so honored.
Please, I would absolutely love to be there.
They're going to put your name on the floor at Nice High School on the
That's
gym floor,
right.
right?
Yes, and I really appreciate that happening. When Coach Gomes was the AD and Miss Kunza, they had announced it at one of my banquets, and they said that the district rule is you have to wait till you're retired before they would do it. So I'm not sure quite what the date's going to be, but when that happens, definitely want you guys to be there.
I'd love it.
Oh,
That'd be so great.
That would be
That'll
amazing.
be a party. That'll be fun.
That
Hey,
would
there
be
you
way
go.
fun.
That would be way fun.
I'm always in for fun at a party.
Just spell your name right. That's
Exactly.
Yeah, right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Please.
You got to proof that before the big
Right.
reveal, you know?
Yeah. That's just it.
I've seen it.
We know a good sign company.
Yeah, we do.
can set you up
Exactly.
with. Sherri, thank you. Always
Awesome.
good to see you.
Wow.
Thank you again.
Absolutely.
Wow, man.
Legendary. So
Seriously.
cool. That was
Seriously,
amazing.
man. And it
Love you
is.
too, boo.
It's like hearing Sherri's experience and her stories. It is like experiencing a movie.
Yeah.
You know, it really is. I just...
I could have kept talking. I mean, I have chills.
Oh, I know.
So that conversation was incredible.
If we were not a schedule, this
Right.
could be a 2-hour, 3-hour
Definitely.
show.
She's an amazing
I mean,
individual.
absolutely. Love talking
Yeah.
to Sherri and so happy for her, man. So happy. What an amazing career.
Yeah.
And she talked about that loyalty, which is so rare. For a school to have that much faith and a school district to have that much faith in you for that many years. You just don't ever hear coaches with a program that long.
Right.
It's amazing.
Amazing. So honored to have that opportunity.
Yeah. Yeah. Great job setting that up.
Man.
I'm glad did she reach out to you about that?
She reached out to us and says, I want to make the official announcement to the community on 904 Now.
That's awesome.
What do you think we can do? And we played a little bit of ninja moves, and shout out to Jenna for switching her spot. That was very clutch. Thanks, Boo. Yeah, it was great. Yeah, behind the scenes, we made that happen. That was great.
Yeah, that was a great interview. One of my favorites. I think probably my favorite of the year so far.
Okay.
Honestly.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good.
All right. Well, you're going to experience a lot of your favorite moments of the year when you hop on an Old Town Trolley.
All right.
How about that? And you can do that for free if you sign up for your hometown pass, as long as you bring a full fare adult paid guest with you. So trick the other person into paying and you can go for free.
Perfect.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
The best way to experience Old Town Trolley is for free. 22 stops, more than 100 points of interest. It's a 90-minute tour, so it's easy. You can just take the whole 9-minute tour and knock it out, or you can make a few stops along the way, get off, and hop right back on whenever you're ready. St. John's, where did I get that from?
Well, they're here.
Old Town Trolley, they are. They're St. John's County's Old Town Trolley.
Yeah,
they're
that's
the green
perfect.
trains. You're going to love them as much as we do.
And we love Steve Chapman's All-American Air. For over 45 years, they've been doing installations and serving St. Augustine and St. Johns County. They take great pride in providing quality service and installations, and in turn, gaining a customer for life. All-American Air can match any price, but no one can match their quality and service. Our friends at Steve Chapman's All-American Air will give exceptional care to your home unit. When was the last time you had your home unit serviced or inspected even? Give All-American Air a call, 904-461-0070.
You're supposed to do that a few times every year.
Yeah, twice a year, I believe.
Twice a year?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they just do that for you. Makes it easy.
It's really easy, and they're in and out. It's awesome.
And then, of course, got to give a shout out to our friends at Bin 39 Wine Bar. You're going to find your new favorite wine at Bin 39. I guarantee it. And so deserving.
Yeah.
A great selection, 95 plus wines out there that are hand selected by a true wine connoisseur.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, there's no place like it in St. Johns County. If you are a wine fan, or if you're looking to be a wine fan, or you just need some help because maybe you just went on your first date with a wine fan and you realize you're way out of your league, both in your date and your selection of wine.
So I'm going today. I'm buying a gift. I'm buying two gifts, 2 bottles of wine, and they have these special wine glasses. It looks really great. It's perfect.
Right.
Out and out by $40. Perfect. Yeah.
Bin 39.
Check them out.
Give them a call, 904-827-5740, but really just stop in.
Yeah.
Say hi.
Awesome people.
All right, we're talking about the awesome people that are Libra and Aquariuses today. Ooh. Get ready. Let's do this, Clay. Libra, your quest for balance turns you into a human scale, weighing pros and cons until you're dizzy.
Whoa.
Maybe just flip a coin instead.
That's good.
It's quicker and it involves less existential angst. Oh, that existential angst. Aquarius, your innovative ideas are flowing so freely, you're practically a human brainstorm. Hey, that would be great.
Yeah.
Too bad not all storms bring beneficial rain.
Oh.
Some just leave everyone around you soaked and confused.
Very confused. That's a shame. Hey, something that you won't be confused about is this epic ticket giveaway by Cafe 11 for Emo Night coming up.
Okay.
All right. So this is happening.
Emu or emo?
Emo. Emotional Night.
I thought we were going to have some emus out there.
So I'm going to be kind of curious because the emo crowd doesn't really do contests. So let's see, maybe.
Or crowds.
Right. So it's an interesting moment. So Emo Night is happening April 20th, 420 at St. Augustine.
A lot of stuff.
Lots of things happening.
An interesting day to do a lot of things.
A lot of things happening on 420, and they're all a little strange, so that's fun.
Yeah.
So go to emonight.com for more information. It's going to be fun. $1 from every ticket sold will be donating to Living the Dream Foundation.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's very nice. Hey, okay, attention indie author project. This is happening at the St. Johns County Public Library. Okay. So attention local authors. Do you want a chance to win cash prizes, promotional opportunities, and more? Check out the Indie Author Project annual contest hosted by BiblioBoard.
That means half of library.
Right, you're so good in Spanish. Biblioteca. Yeah, so good.
I'm smart today, Dave.
I'm real proud of you on that one. That's not an easy one. That's good. So this through this contest, libraries are helping indie authors get recognition they deserve by writing great books. For authors, this contest provides a powerful way to elevate your career, writing goals empowered by the library community. Check this out. Very, very cool. Shout out to Jackie Hurd who sent this over. But yeah, this is going on through, obviously, starting April 1st, so it's already going on through May 31st. But check out the Indie Author Project.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Very nice.
Speaking of very cool, you're going to be talking to Michelle tomorrow about Love Your Mother fashion show.
So ready.
It's coming up April 27th. That's right around the corner, man.
Yeah.
That's a week and some change away.
Yes.
Yeah, a little more than that. 2 weeks away. It's a lot of fun. I'm really looking forward to going out to this. They don't do this every year.
Nope. 20th anniversary.
20th.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
All
man.
benefiting the great Matanzas Riverkeeper.
That's right.
Yeah.
And so there's a good cause behind the upscale fun you're going to have out there at the Love Your Mother event. It's a great time. It really is. Everybody has an amazing experience out there. Go to getpanache.com and get your tickets.
Love it. And from empowering children to succeed in school and providing vital resources for families in crisis, we know them. The United Way of St. Johns County is at the forefront of change by investing in education, health, and financial stability of everyone in our community. They need your help. They need your time, your passion, and your checks. Give them a shout today, unitedway-sjc.org. And it's amazing what happens when we live united.
All right, it's meme time.
All right, here we go. Signs that are so funny, people just had to share them. Okay, here we go.
Okay.
First one, Barber John's. If we can't make you look good, you're ugly.
Oh, very straightforward there.
Wow.
All right.
Next up, oh, wow, this sign, Senior Citizen Center.
Oh, jeez.
That's savage.
Wow. That's an official sign.
I know. Maybe that was not thought out right. Next up, bikers, please give walkers plenty of notice. And then the bikers write back, Dear walkers, I will be coming through next Monday.
That is plenty of notice. Yeah.
Next up, oh, wow, beware the dog. What do you do? Eat it?
Oh, gee, yeah.
Wow.
Maybe that's just kind of a prop there. They just did that, so it's like, wow, I really do have to worry about this dog.
Okay, next up, don't sit on the fence. And underneath it says, no crap, Sherlock.
Yeah. Pretty obvious.
Yeah. Next up, okay, buy a house with Stacy Luca and you get a free pizza with purchase of the house. It's my kind of house.
The value seems to be a little low in that. I think if I'm spending
free pizza for life,
$800,000 on a house, a $10 pizza is not that significant.
Okay, next up, Leather Central, and then there's an adult store also in this plaza, but then at the end is Healing Hearts Ministries.
There you go. Yeah,
I'm noticing that area code is in Delaware, so that
okay, there you go.
It's very similar. That
I think you need
landscape there.
Jesus if you're visiting that plaza.
Apparently, yeah, you go cleanse yourself before you go home.
Yes.
Next up, smoking bare feet pets prohibited in building.
That's a very odd animal.
We're missing some bullet points here. Yeah.
Yep.
Next up, be careful on handling. If you damage the tray eggs, you will be paid.
I'm knocking all those eggs over.
Want to get paid?
I'm knocking them. That's the easiest paycheck I've ever got.
Next up, in the entertaining cheese aisle, stood there for 30 minutes. Nothing.
Yeah, doesn't look very
Nothing was
entertaining.
entertaining.
Just looks
there.
cheesy.
Yeah, very cheesy.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right. Great show today.
Oh, great show.
Thank you, sir. Thank you to Sherri. Just an awesome person.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Clay. And you guys out there for watching. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Stay fresh, cheese bags.